What's up, beautiful people? Uh, Say hell yeah if you can hear me. I'm pretty sure I got my audio working, but let me know. I'm going to go ahead and set up the live stream on Instagram. I've got this really ghetto setup here that I'm using to keep things running. Let's see if we can make it work. I think we got it. Hold on. Live. Checking connection. Oh, we're doing it. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I need some hell yeahs in the chat so I can get started. So I know I'm like not just doing my makeup for nobody. What's up, Stratton McDonald? Thank you. I'm going to read that question in a second. I want to wait till some people get here and then I'll start answering some questions and stuff. What up, Aiden Baker? Welcome. What up, Rays? What's up, Charles? Welcome, welcome. What's up, Functional Water? I love your username. That's great. I like to think I drink functional water. Working well. Going to be doing a little makeup tutorial as well as answering some questions, show you how to get that signature tormented cult leader look. So should be a good time. Should be a good time. Let's get some booyahs going in the chat. Let's get this thing started. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have music going on in the background because I feel like that'd be really fun to do. What up, Laura? What up, May? Welcome, welcome. What up, Aiden? Oh, Brennan Lyons, that's my boy. I'm glad that he turned you on to our music. All right, so Stratton McDonald already asked a question on YouTube, but anybody on Instagram, if you want to ask questions, drop them right down here, and I will answer them. It's kind of hard to read the chat because it keeps going super fast, so it's hard to keep track of everything. So you have a better chance of me answering a question if it comes from down there. All right. I have the same shirt on that I had on in the music video. I just got it at Goodwill, and then I stretched it out a whole bunch, and I wore it every day for like a week in order to get it really like grody looking and stuff. And I, anytime I like got my hands dirty or something, I'll just rub them on my shirt, or like anytime I was like practicing how to use makeup, I would just clean it with my shirt so that it was like super grimy and gross and whatever. So yeah, anyways, I went to Walmart when I was trying to learn how to do makeup, and I got 3 things. My stipulations were that it had to be vegan makeup, and then it had to be cheap because I didn't know if I was going to do it right. So what up, Nate? Good to see you, man. Miss you. All right. So the first thing I got was this Wet n Wild, and it's got this little bunny in the corner, so you know it's like good to go. And then I also got this blush from Wet n Wild as well. So this one is Nude Awakening. That's the palette, Nude Awakening. I only use like 3 things from here. And then this blush, and then this eyeshadow brush, I think. So that's what we got. The questions are popping off on YouTube, so well done. Appreciate these questions. I'll start off with a question, and then I'll do some of this stuff. Stratton asks, here's a question that I've wanted to ask for a while. Do you prefer making softer songs, such as the recent wonderful Cult Leader, thank you, or the louder songs, such as Hiding from the Sea? I think it's sort of like I lost Instagram. What happened? Strange. A little glitch action maybe, potentially. So sorry to interrupt your question. I just want to make sure that I'm answering in front of everyone. Part of, I think songwriting for me is like having a yin and yang sort of thing of like a balance of the two. So if I just wrote heavy all the time, I would be exhausted. Like it would just, if it's loud constantly, then it's it becomes just noise and it becomes nothing. Whereas if it's the same thing, if it's just soft, if it's just not like background white noise, enjoyable, but like nothing special. So I think having that balance sort of like, I don't know, it's like you enjoy resting. If you work out, you enjoy the time after a workout a lot more because of I don't know, like the agony or like the stress of working out or whatever. That's how I see it. I don't know. The same thing, like, like having a shadow or like having bad times only proves that there are better times to be had, or like the shadow proves the sunshine is sort of the idea there. So I think I went through a period of time where I didn't want to write any heavy music, any rock music, whatever, and I wanted to do something more orchestral. So that's why that record happened. But now I'm switching back into rock music a little bit and actually moving towards electronic. So like a new direction that sort of combines all these different elements, the orchestra, the rock, and electronic. Just sort of, it's a growth. That's how I see it. So anyways, what's up, Instagram fam? Sorry that I disappeared for a second. I don't know what happened there. Am I on the Whalebones or the Nathan Kane Instagram right now? I think I'm on the Whalebones one. Anyways, I say hi to Joe's cats. Hello, Joe's cats. All right, I'm going to start over here. I think I will start with this. It's sort of like similar to my own skin tone, just sort of a muted thing, just sort of like a skin tony but lighter sort of color. And I'm going to do that all around the eyes, so to sort of figure it out. I think I fixed Instagram, May, but thank you for switching. I hope I fixed it. Let me know. Did I fix Instagram, or are things seeming weird over there? Other essential, I've got my mirror here so that I can keep going. All right, I'm going to read a question from Rays. Is there going to be a physical release of The Doors Are Locked in the near future? Really want to grab some merch, but I would love to grab everything if possible. We still have a lot of CDs of the Close All the Blinds version, the original EP. So I think we want to sort of like get rid of those before expanding to including the instrumentals and like the bonus track and stuff. So as of now, no plans on printing, but I'm sure like eventually it'll happen. It's just sort of a money thing, and like if there's the demand for it, then like we'll sell out of the other one before we need to do like a deluxe version essentially. So already you can start to see like it's partly light, but also like the lighting in this room, but you can see that this eye is already getting a little bit darker than this one. It's getting a little more full. So sorry, I've lost whatever questions people are asking on Instagram, but if you try again, just ask right down here. But BK, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your username, but would you consider making some tasty music with some post-rock influence like Island Fire? Definitely. I think that's like inherent within me. I think I just really am drawn towards that post-rock sound. And I think I leaned into it pretty hard on Island Fire and even on the Seaside EP. And I think I've done it and it's cool, but I don't want it to be like the main feature anymore. I think it's just like a natural part of what I do now. Like I'll have instrumental breaks that feel really epic and build up and stuff. But I don't want to necessarily do all instrumental because I think there's a lot of other like, I think post-rock almost has some like pretty strong limitations to it, like rules that people try to follow, and like limited instrumentation and things like that. So yeah, I just want to sort of like be a little more fluid with my control. I don't know what my issue is on Instagram, so I'm gonna just turn off my Wi-Fi. But all right, maybe I fixed it. We'll see. Hello, Outrun the Sunlight's here. Speaking of people that actually pull off post-rock well, though, Outrun the Sunlight, they kill it. And you guys have something new coming out tomorrow, is that right? What's going on? But yeah. All right, so we've done our base layer, this bad boy right here. I haven't done this since June, so I don't really remember how to do makeup. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, a playthrough of one of their songs. So tomorrow, Outrun the Sunlight's got a new playthrough coming out, so go and peep that. All right, trying to think of what's next as far as my makeup goes. I think I think what we'll do is we'll go to this blush, and we're gonna do some bruising around here, sort of coming down, in order to sort of whatever. Ooh, some lens flares in the video. Hell yeah, dudes. That's some cinematic shit. Laura's got the real questions over here. Is my ceiling fire safe? It is, because they're LED lights. I'm pretty sure that's okay. If not, I'm going to burn my house down. But it helps me see and hear a lot better. So I don't know. All right. On to our blush. I'm using my webcam as a thing. So as a mirror. And I've got my real mirror too. But yeah. The goal is to get some redness, puffiness around the eyes, and draw in a little bit of the bags. So I like, when doing this video, the cult leader video, I sort of grew to become really fond of like the art of like makeup, like, cause I don't know, it's something I've never had to think about before, but there's so much you can do. And so like I sent like photos of my makeup to people when I was doing it, and people were like, dude, are you okay? Like, what's going on? What's wrong? So I thought that was pretty funny to like, wow, you have a lot of control over like your image with it. And if you do it creatively for fun, like awesome. It's a good time. So yeah. Follow-up question in response to Stratton's question. Do you think working on heavier stuff in the wise man's fear played a part in deciding to go softer and close all the blinds? I think it's more like maybe I'm hearing your question right. I would say yes, in the sense that that band is able to like fulfill the need of heaviness for me. So if I've already done that before, like I've been doing that, I can sort of like focus my energy elsewhere. Like I'm fulfilling that need for me to have like heavy music in my life, or like breakdowns, or, you know, just rock guitars and whatever. So I can sort of switch over to doing like whatever, more orchestral stuff, or electronic stuff with Whalebones. Whalebones sort of serves as like an experimental thing for, yeah. So while we're here with the blush, I'm going to go around my eyes. I'm just like close to the eyelid, or like to the opening. I don't know what you call that, the eye itself. Let me know if I'm answering your question accurately, by the way, Rays. If you have further questions with that, or if I need to delve in more to it, then yeah. But I'm going to go right around the edge of the eye and get some like redness right around it to make it feel puffy. Yeah. All the people who actually know how to do makeup that are in this live stream are like, Nathan, you're doing this all wrong. But you know what? It looked good on the video, and I had some concerned texts. So I think even if I'm doing it wrong, I'm pulling it off in a good way. So that's cool by me. So yeah, I've been really into this year. Like I got really into Charlie XCX. She's my new fave of the year. Her record, How I'm Feeling Now, like is like the record that I've listened to most this year, and it really just blew me away. I don't even know how to like, I don't know why it hit me the way it did, but it really got me in a good place. Yeah, I'm trying to, it sort of opened my eyes to a whole different like genre of music, and a whole different whatever. And it's something I want to incorporate into the growth of my own songwriting. And so it would feel like disingenuous to leave Whalebones in the dust and like have it slowly, have it like slowly just like stagnate on like post rock or whatever. And so that was something that like I held as like a core identity of Whalebones, and I want it to like evolve. I don't know. I just want to keep it growing. I don't know what that looks like, but it's just sort of like whatever I end up writing is what feels right, you know? So that's how I see it. Stratton McDonald, thank you for picking up a copy of the CD. Any outside ways we can help support you as a creator? I mean, thank you for picking up a CD. I think that's like a huge way. I think that's a major way for it. I think the other one is just interacting like you're doing right now. You're in the chat, you're hanging out with me. Like these things, I'm a very like, in order to like continue creating, I really like thrive off of encouragement and validation and support. And so if if people are willing to like show their support through interacting, that really like makes me want to do more stuff like this. Like this is just a goofy, I don't know, I'm doing makeup. Like I'm not a makeup content person, but we're having fun, we're chilling out or whatever. People are popping in and out or whatever. And like, if people show that support, it really means a lot. So yeah. All right. I'm gonna while we're doing the blush still, I'm gonna go to my knuckles. We're gonna get those looking nice and bruised. So yeah. All right. Dan asks, if the moon were made out of cheese, would I eat it? That's a good question because I love cheese. But I also love the moon, and I think it's an inspiring thing for artists. So and we need it for like seeing. So, it's important. I think I would have to restrain myself. I think that's the answer. So all I'm doing right here is I'm just sort of like going right over the knuckle, and I'm gonna do it for all the knuckles, and I'm gonna do it for these knuckles and these knuckles as well. I don't know what they're called, but I call them knuckles. I don't know. Whalebones and grommet. Did they try to eat the moon? Is that a Wallace and Gromit reference that Dan was doing? All right, let's see. Made me to use teal. I want to be a better man shirt. I was talking. That was right when we joined up with Boketo, and I was talking with Jared about that design. And we were like, yeah, we should print like a long sleeve and a short sleeve. But like, should we do them both the same, or should we do them like different, like one of each? And he was like, oh, we should do 2 different colors. I think it'd be cool. And like, let's do something non-conventional. Like every whalebone shirt thus far or before that had been either black or white. And it was just like kind of standard, kind of just like, we've all been there. We've all done that. So let's change it up. So yeah. That was sort of the decision for the teal sort of mint style thing. But yeah, I need to watch that Wallace and Gromit again. But yeah. All right, so I'll blow off some of the dust. So we've got a little bit of reddish versus like this hand's got nothing. This hand's getting a little more red. You guys can see the difference on YouTube as well. So yeah, I'm gonna move this Instagram one because I keep losing it. It's gonna be in your way just a little bit in their YouTube, but it's gonna make me interact better. All right. Oh my gosh. Hello. People are popping in on Instagram. What's up? What's popping? Welcome. Man Dancing just put out a record. Welcome. Hello. Glad you're here. All right. All right. Somebody asked, what flavor of cheese would the moon be? It would probably be brie, to be honest. It's like really light, really soft, delicious. Is there any way to get some merch to Europe? Yes. If you go on the Boketo store, they do ship to Europe. And I'm unsure, but if you email Jared, he may be able to work out some better shipping rates. I'm not sure if the shipping rates are consistent with what he actually charges for Europe. Email Boketo. They've got a contact thing on their page. So anyways, just back to this. We've got our red for the knuckles. See the difference? Oh, we're getting that sort of like bruised, cold look. Bruised and cold. The difference between these two. See it? All right. Have I ever thought about doing an acoustic version of a Wise Man's Fear song? Yeah, I think we're planning on doing that. I just got super busy with like the music videos for Whalebones, and like Wise guys are working on new music, but I think we are talking about doing some acoustic versions of songs. I think that's in the future for sure. So yeah. Laura asks, did you contour your veins for the music video? Those are the real stars. I agree. They were the real stars. I didn't contour my veins, but I did contour my clavicles. So we're gonna do that next. Um, get that sort of um, emaciated look. So yeah, if you got questions on Instagram, just drop them right there or somewhere around here. There's a little question mark. Ask them there. All right. YouTube is popping off. I appreciate you guys with all these questions and stuff. How's everybody doing, by the way? Am I giving you enough good information? Look at that. So we did the thumb. Look at that little thumb knuckle right there. Ugh. Versus like normally, like that's a thumb knuckle. That's a normal thumb knuckle. Totally different looks. So have I thought about options for some kind of live show? Hot Mulligan did a drive-in show. Enter Shikari did some pre-recorded live vids. Sort of, yeah, but like at the same time, I feel like the live streams, like I know I'm doing a live stream right now, but they're like sometimes pretty dull and a little slow. So if I'm gonna do them, I want to do it as something more like immersive. So that's why I'm like trying out different sort of like forms of, instead of performing music, just interacting via makeup tutorials or a live Q&A like this, or just different goofy things, because I think that like enhances the like interaction more. Like I think it's more fun for us all. So personally, that's how I see it. But yeah, I don't know. So right now I'm going to draw the upper side of my clavicle, my collarbone, sort of get that going. And I'm going to brush up to get like some of that blended in a little bit. But yeah. That being said, like, I mean, I've done live shows on Instagram and stuff, and it'd be fun to do for sure. I just haven't really, I don't know. I haven't been inspired to do it. And a lot of these songs are like kind of tough to do, like a live way. Like it would be a lot of backtracks unless I like hired a whole symphony, because it took so long to put this record out, because it was like so much like arranging and stuff between either like getting people to come in and record pieces or like buying instrument packs so that I could play them all myself and stuff. So I just did the top part of my clavicles, got them a little more red. I'm going to do the bottom part and just leave this top part more light so that it pops out a little bit more. So we can all just, look as like concerning and like something's wrong with us as possible. Now you guys can do this look. And we're doing it all wrong, but that's, okay. So yeah, how's everybody else doing? What's our life about? All right, there's a good question, by the way. Stratton asked a question. As a character, how would you align the cult leader? Was he a bad dude or just misunderstood? I think I'm not sure if I fully understand the question, but I think my perspective of the song has changed, as opposed to like it's more of like, it's a exploration of how I perceived an experience that I had. And I think it started out as more of like I perceived it as like a malicious thing that was happening to me, like intentionally. And I think I have seen it grow into more of like this was not a misunderstanding, but a like person who doesn't know how to like appropriately handle situations, and therefore causes more harm than they mean to. So that's how I see that. But live, laugh, love, Let's get some dark things going on. We've got a few different colors here. We've got, I'm trying to show it off to the mirror. Like, I don't know, the mirror's not watching. I've got this color right here, which is like we've got this black, and then we've got this like dark gray. I don't really go to the black too much because it's really strong. Like a dab will do you. So I go to this one, and it's a little more, it's closer to this little skin tony one right here. But it adds some darker elements to it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sort of follow along the same thing as that red thing we did coming down to accentuate the bags under the eyes. just a little bit, but I'm not going to go as far. So I'm coming in, I'm drawing in just a line right there, and I'll fill it in a second, but I'm going to do the other side. I always am better at my left side than my right side. I don't know why that is. So yeah, and then I usually just palette or whatever on my wrist. Like I just sort of like get all the gunk off right there. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but usually my like sleeve was down in the video, I think. I don't remember anymore, but oh, you know what I did is I did it on my belly. I paletted it on my belly when I was doing the video, so I could just put my shirt down and no one would see it. But now that I've got like the majority of like the dark tone off, I can sort of blend it in a little softer. And then I'm going to go around the underside of the eye as well to sort of accentuate the bag there. So new James Charles, but emo version. Exactly. This is this is our for all the sad people out there who want to look to the world like they are sad. This is already like a part of the look is just like dirty, but then it's also like kind of like, ooh, what's wrong with you? Like, is everything okay in your life? I'm adding a little bit more. I'm going to go around the bottom part of my eye. I have a new gained respect for people who do live stream makeup stuff because it's really hard to like read and do makeup and like not be boring or like ADD for everybody. So thank you all for being here. We're learning, you know, it gets better every time, right? So I'm going to use a little bit of this on my knuckles next. So look at that. The difference between this eye, which has like the red puffiness, but it doesn't have the black thing, you know, like once this gets here, it starts to really come together. You get some of the issues. So let's add a little bit more. And we're going to do some lines coming down sort of to accentuate the like wrinkles under the eye. But yeah. So yeah, living life. So yeah, I saw Cult Leader as sort of a just something that hopefully people can like relate to as far as like recognizing when they're in like a situation that's maybe a little more like manipulative and like where they don't feel like their voice is really being acknowledged or appreciated. And so this is sort of like a way for me to sort of like identify those things for myself and hopefully the other people can pick up on it so that like next time that were to happen to me, I don't just like go with it or whatever. I can see like, oh, this is like the same sort of pattern that I've experienced in the past or whatever. What up, Devin? My boy Devin's in the chat. We have a sewing gang together where we sew clothes. It's pretty dope. Okay, I went a little too strong on this side, but you can sort of see like accentuating some of the wrinkles. I'll blend that in, but palette on our wrist, forearm now, just going up the arm. But yeah, setting those boundaries, but it's hard to set boundaries if you don't know your own boundaries. So this is, or you don't know that people are pushing your boundaries either. So that was sort of that. Okay, I'm going to use that same dark tone and I'm going to go onto the wrist and add some like darker, or not onto the wrist, onto the knuckles to add a little bit of like darkened whatever. Little bruising, I guess. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to read this question. How much did the writing process for Close All the Blinds compare to Island Fire? You mentioned arranging and people recording orchestral parts. Did that affect your process at all? Yeah, that's a good question. So what I did, can everybody see? Sorry, I want to make sure YouTube and Instagram can see. Island Fire was a long process of songs that were written even before the Seaside EP in some cases. And that was just sort of like slowly combining until I had the right amount of songs that all fit together. is where we're at with that. So it looks really gross, and then once we blend it, it'll look more normal. Whereas Close All the Blinds like started, it was going to be a acoustic record, and then it was like, well, these songs feel kind of dull if they're just acoustic, or like not as high production as I'd want them. So we're gonna go a little more intense with that. You know, let's add some strings in, and then it's like, let's add some horns in. And it just like kind of got out of hand to the point that it was like, oh, this is like, you can't even hear the acoustic guitar anymore. And so it's like, I've written these really intricate parts. Like Persona Non Grata has this like really intense guitar part that I can't even play normally. Like it's like on a, like the stars have to align for me to be able to play it right. And I like spent all this time writing it and like getting it perfect in the recording. And then it's like, you can't even hear it. You can't even hear it on the record. So I'm fine with that, because that just means I don't have to like live up to that expectation. But look at that. So we got this grody looking hand. We're going to start blending that. Yeah, so then like, as I did that, as I started like doing the orchestra, I was like, oh, well, like the clarinets sound fine on the, like the fake clarinet that I used in the program sounds fine, but like the flutes sounded awful. The flutes sounded so bad. So I met someone online who was a flute, or is a flute like grad student, and is now a flute, like a band teacher. And we became friends, and she recorded the flute for the record, and just killed it. And like randomly at a party, like met a guy who played the French horn, who's like really good at it. I was like, shoot, okay, like you want to come like record? And so he like showed up at my house the next day with his French horn and played it. A guy who we played a lot of shows with when we were first starting out plays trombone, and he came in and played some stuff. And one time I was recording the saxophone for a Bill Murray song with Dan Learman, who's Paul, our drummer's brother. And he was just like killing it on the saxophone. And I was like, dude, you have a second? You want to record this like a saxophone part for Whalebones? And he was like, okay. And so he did that and killed it. And it was awesome. So it was cool to see like these pieces sort of like accidentally slowly fall into place. And I think the reason that worked out was because I didn't have like a set deadline for this record. It wasn't like it has to be done by the summer or whatever. It was just like, yeah, it'll get done when it gets done. And I made it an intentional choice not to rush myself with it, so that it would just sort of come up, like work out whenever. So hand's looking a little rough right now, but you know, we'll come back to it, but it's looking just dirty and grimy. I literally, during the music video, I went outside and dug my fingernails into the dirt to get a bunch of dirt under my fingernails and make it really grimy. So we got that natural dirty look. We're going to jump to the lightest tone we have here for some like, I don't know why it works, but if you do some light stuff around the middle of your eye and right under your eye, it starts to just make it look really spooky and stuff. But yeah, hopefully I answered that. I feel like I don't know how to articulate that question super well in general. And then I especially don't know how to when I'm trying to like think about this at the same time. So hopefully I answered that well. If you have any more questions, please let me know, because I love talking about it. Let's see. Since all of my songs are about my cat, is my cat in charge of a cult? Simba is, yes, Simba is involved with a cult. I just, I didn't want to come out and say it, but you twist my arm, and I guess I'll have to say. So I don't know if you guys can see, but like that little brightness, for some reason, it like separates the dark pieces a little bit in there. And so it's not just a cloudy dark thing. It like pops off a little bit more. Whereas this side like is really dark all around the center, and this one has that little brightness. You're gonna do the same thing. You'll see the like it pop out a little bit. I don't know why it works, but it do be working. There's these people online that do a look similar to this. I sort of like started with their look. It's called the boy beat look, which I don't really know why they call it that, but it's like sort of that look like you just got done crying was what their like aesthetic was. So that's this look, but like I did it on like steroids. So that's what we got. If I could have one album released on vinyl, which album would it be? Right now, I don't know. I feel like Close All the Blinds probably makes the most sense. Like it feels like it's it could have come out like 50 years ago. And I don't mean that in like a it's played out sort of way. I just mean like it's a classic feeling record. And I feel like having it on vinyl would make the most sense. I feel like that followed by Island Fire would be dope, because Island Fire's kind of, I don't know, the most full length like concept of all the records so far. Yeah, I don't know. I want to have everything on vinyl eventually. It's just sort of a thing of like building up Whalebones till we're big enough that, you know, we can sell vinyl and people are going to buy it. Yeah, so that's that. All right. Mary asked a really good question. Did you use footage from your own childhood in the TV for the music video, or was it B-roll? I wish it was real. I wish it was my childhood. Unfortunately, it was not. It was just stuff that I found public domain online from like public domain archives. It would have been really smart if I'd done it with my own childhood stuff, but it would have been like, honestly, hours of extra work to do. And I just didn't have the time. You know, we were kind of cutting it close. Even though we like spent 2 weeks on it, it's like any extra time would have just been tricky. So yeah, I had to sort of like weigh that out, I guess. Although I didn't consider doing that. So that would have been a good idea. I should have had you there to throw out that idea to me, because it could have added a lot of depth to the video. But yeah, so welcome. Joe Adamati's in the chat. Joe shot the video. I quarantined with him. And he shot Backyard. He shot the 3 other videos that are coming out next Friday, the Friday after that, and the Friday after that. So we got videos going like crazy. That boy is like a beast. So yeah. Devin's asking the hard-hitting questions. Thoughts on the current Taco Bell menu? Tragedy, pain, anger. You know, I'll take it. I'm not gonna be happy about it. You know, I'll definitely chow down on it, but they definitely shot themselves in the foot and shot me in the stomach. It hurts. So yeah, it hurts. I don't know. Can't wait till they realize their mistake and come back. Okay, Knuckles are looking a little jank right now, but what's really gonna like push this in a good direction is doing some of that lightness again that we just did on the eyes to the knuckles. So we're gonna do that just right around there, right around the fingers, to sort of like make them cold and like pale looking everywhere except for the darkness. Have you thought about putting up any tab books on the merch store? It would be cool. I want people to have like the ability to learn these songs if they want. But writing out tabs is like a really tedious process, and I don't know that it would end up paying off for me in the end right now. So that's sort of my hesitation. But you know, maybe one day. I don't think these songs are going anywhere. I do want to do like playthroughs so that people can like watch them and learn, but as of right now, I just don't have the time. So it's just sort of like a tough thing. It's like one of those things I want to do, but like I can't do everything that I want to do. So unfortunately, that's one of them. So these are starting to get a little more ghostly, like with that paleness on the edges. We cleaned up basically the dark lines. So we cleaned those up and made those more like frail looking. One thing I forgot is this like knuckle right here. I don't know what this is, but it's a little bump. We need to do that. So we're gonna start with the blush, and then we'll move on to our next piece. Yeah. What's up, Devin? What's up, Joe? What's up, John? What's up, Wiley? So we've got that piece starts to get like, look at the difference between these two hands. Like one looks like a healthy hand, one looks like a cult leader hand, you know, like dang, the difference. Got some questions on Instagram. Devin hit me with real questions that I can't answer. May asked, how did I think of the concept for the video? This is a long answer. First of all, I'm going to go to this I'm going to go to this dark red. We're going to do that. And I'm going to do it. We're going to work on the knuckles for a second. I'm just basically going in the center of each one so that it's like dark in the center, and then it goes to the light blush and then out to the darkness around it and stuff. So started out, it was going to be a lyric video, and it was just going to be me sitting in a chair watching the stuff on the TV, and I was just going to like make a video on the TV, and then it like started to grow with like a storyline around the TV and stuff like that, or a storyline of me like interacting with the TV and like being stuck in a place and whatever. So that's how that happened. Yeah. And then like slowly grew, like watched a movie called Beyond the Black Rainbow, which had just a lot of imagery that I wanted to incorporate of like being like a hostage, sort of like a brainwashed hostage, and like this like testing and stuff like that. And sort of evolved to like become its own thing, and watched a documentary on Gregory Crewdson, who's like this photographer who does these really surreal images. And we wanted sort of like this posed photograph sort of feeling to all the shots, where like none of them are handheld except for the end. Like everything else is like very static and just like stuck in one place, and it makes you feel like you want to move but you're unable to move. It like feels almost too slow feeling. So this red that I'm adding it adds a ton. So yeah, John, I miss you too, man. It's been a minute. Dude, I want to freaking hang out, but that's the hard thing about life, about COVID. Look at that dark red, how much that adds. Oh my gosh, like this is looking creepy. So I still haven't done the thumb yet, but like you can see the difference between the thumb, which is like kind of red, versus like the rest of it, which is like, oh my gosh, that's bruised up. Like, are you okay? What's wrong with you? Let's add some of that. I keep forgetting about the clavicles. Like this takes a while to do this stuff. We've been going for like 40 minutes. It's sort of hard to balance all of them, but you can't even tell that my clavicles are like have any blush on them, but they do. So we're gonna do right close to the center, right in there. Yeah. And then yeah, you can see like that looks like jank, but once we blend it in, it'll be cool. Let's do the other side. Ray's asks me what my favorite track off of Eggy Pocket is. It's hard because like it always is going to change for me. Like I always start out loving one of the songs on Johnny's records, and then it'll change to be like, oh no, wait, this one's my favorite. What am I talking about? So for me, I will say like since like we recorded it till now, consistently Cranking My MF and Hog has been like my favorite. When we first started recording it, I was like, I don't know about these vocals. Like, this is kind of weird. Not like I don't know about it, but I was like, I wasn't sure like how it's going to fit with the rest of the record. And then like, as he started to add more to it and like did all these cool effects to it, it was like, oh dude, this is like next level. So that's pretty sick. That's probably my fave, but yeah. What about you guys? What's your favorite? It's just a great record all around. Hello. I'm trying to wave at people, but it keeps changing my whatever. So anyways, now I'm dark up here, so you can't really see me. Sorry. How did I get the IV bag with a holder? And what was the black blood? So I went on Amazon and I shipped some stuff over. It was a bunch of like drinkable. It was like IV bags, but they were props that people could use for like Halloween parties, where like you could put fruit punch in it or something. And so I did that and filled that with coffee mixed with green food coloring, which gave it and red food coloring, which gave it sort of like a bloody yet darker than blood look, to sort of like be this like corrupted like poison that I'm having injected into me that I didn't want. A lot of that inspiration, it came from when I was like in a really dark place in my life. And my buddy, I was talking with him and he was like, yeah, man, you're kind of like the king of Rohan. Is it Rohan? Where Wormtongue was whispering in his ear and like poisoning his mind and his thoughts with like these like evil things. And so that was sort of like, I was like, yeah, I was like kind of poisoned. I was kind of like brainwashed and like forced into this negative whatever. And so that was that. I have to stretch out the shirt all the time. But look at the difference between like my normal skin and like the clavicles are starting to pop. We're getting that like bruised whatever. Ugh, it's getting dope. But yeah, so it was like as like yeah, just sort of like this poisoned mind sort of thing. I'm gonna go back to the lightest thing. We're gonna do that just to make the top of these pop a lot more. But yeah, so that was sort of like a reference back to when they told me that my like mind was kind of poisoned by this evil or like this sort of manipulative person in my life. Did you use virtual amps in your record? I used virtual amps so far only on the remastered version of Backyard and the remastered version of Reciprocation. On Island Fire, I used natural amps, and I'm really happy with the tone, but it was a ton of work to do. And I don't think it was like significantly better. I don't think it was necessarily better, actually. I think it sounded cool, but I don't think it's like one is better than the other. So I think for my own creative flow and for like control issues in the mix and stuff like that, it just makes more sense to use virtual amps. We're not at a place where like we have unlimited time or I can like hire somebody to record for me. So I can't get the best sounding whatever. The best sounding natural amps. So yeah, that's that thought. Egg is great. Lift Heavy Stone is great. Yeah, the whole record's great. It's just, it's hard to really pick a favorite. I'm going to the dark black and I'm going to do under the clavicle to show a little shadow. I don't know if people actually care about this part, but I'm doing it anyways. Like if people actually care about the makeup or if we're just here to hang out. But I said I was doing a makeup tutorial, so damn it, I'm doing a makeup tutorial. So yeah. How's everybody else's night going? Anybody got anything cool on like Netflix they've been watching or anything? I'm trying to find something new. Somebody told me about this show, Anti-Something. So I'm thinking about watching that. I forget what it's, Anti-Something. So I'm blending in this dark. And I said this earlier, but you can tell already, it's like a little goes a long way. It's almost too much already. But once we start like moving around a little bit, it starts to, my shirt blends it in on accident and stuff. And it just sort of like fits a little more natural. But this gets us that real like separation between our collarbone and like the underside. So it feels like, look at that. Oh my gosh. It looks like my collarbone is like busting out of my shirt. Funny. It's weird. So hashtag goals, you know, wish I didn't need makeup. But yeah, that's that. Collarbones, they say, are the window to the soul. So you really got to let your collarbone pop. Look at that. Oh, it looks like, that looks crazy. It looks like an alien thing or something. We love the glow up. We love the glow up. I don't really remember what I do next, but I think what I'm gonna do is in order to get those separations with the bags under my eyes, I'm gonna go in with that light color again and really like draw in the separation, sort of like cutting into that. So yeah. And I already kind of get redness around my like cheeks, so it kind of like plays into the effect a little bit. But this whiteness is going to make my face feel a lot more pale. So we're just going to really lean into that, get rid of all this redness, so that it's just in the places we want it to. Them collarbones be popping. Queen's Gambit and Kingdom, the MMA one, not the zombie one on Netflix, have been great. I've heard a lot about Queen's Gambit. What is it like a chess show? Is chess involved? I don't know. It sounds cool though. I just finished Ratched last night. That was good. It's kind of dark and spooky. All right. But yeah, I've been writing a lot. Been writing a lot of different styles. I used to, when I wrote, I would like put it all in a folder for whale bones, and that would be like it. But now I've moved to like I write everything and I put it in the same folder, and later I decide like, do I want it to be a Whalebone song? Do I want it to be a Wise Man's Fear song? Do I want it to be a new project? You know, I'm not opposed to having like 16 different bands. You know. Next, we're gonna move on to Cheekbones and do that. There was a lot that went into this look to get it like concerningly whatever. But I should have taken a before picture today. Blood of Zeus, John, what is that? That sounds cool. That sounds awesome. Yeti Print Shop, what up? Welcome. All right. So I feel pretty good about that. It really starts to separate that thing, and it's a little ridiculous, but live, laugh, love, you know? What up, Kev? So feeling good, feeling good. Oh, it is a chess drum. It's straight up just like chess is the main focus. Damn. Okay. Civil or Cold War U.S. chess is super dramatized. Interesting. Yeah, I've seen people on like TikTok be like making a lot of like chess references recently. I wondered why that was. That makes sense. Okay, so here's what we got going on. We got puffiness around the eyes. We got darkness around the underside of the eyes. We'll probably play up the puffiness up here, the red. Let's do that real quick, and then we're going to move on to the cheekbones because we are getting close to an hour being on this live stream. Appreciate y'all being here. This has been fun. This has been a hoot, a real hoot. Let's get that red going. We're going to pull in some of that darker red right around the top of the eye to get it really, really bumping. You know what I'm saying? I walked the girl that's whispering in the music video. Her name's Maya. I met her for the first time on the shoot, and I had been doing my makeup, and so when she walked in, I didn't meet her right away, and then like Joe was showing her around, like to what we'd done and everything. I walk in to meet her for the first time, and I've got all my makeup on, and she's like, "Are you okay?" Like she was really concerned. So you know, it's a cool thing if you ever want to spook your friends out. This is perfect for this time of year, this Halloween spooky season. Devin asks, with COVID making it difficult to get in close contact with your fans, how do you plan to uphold the promise to kiss all your fans on the mouth? I think I'm just gonna have to do sort of like an IOU on that one. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a while before I can actually make it happen, make the dream come true. But it'll happen for sure. Don't worry. Everybody's getting a smooch. So next we got to do the cold. You might think because I got a beard, my cheekbones aren't even like showing, but we need to make those pop off. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to start off with a little lightness to really whiten it. Oh, I can do chocolate kisses. That's a great idea, man. Maybe that's a good like Christmas gift for everybody. Are you allowed to mail food to people? I don't know. You guys could all sue me probably. So I'm going to do just this side at first so we can see the difference between them. Like I'm going in really light. Maybe I'm supposed to do light above. Again, I haven't done this since June, so I don't remember exactly how I did it. But we'll do above, and then we're going to use this dark palette thing right here, this dark shade, in order to do the underside of the cheekbone. Ooh, look at that line! Look at that line! Woo! All right, we'll do the other side real quick, just with that line because we got a lot on that brush. Ooh, look at that! It goes on so smooth. So literally, we're just like it almost looks like we're like beefing up my my beard. But really it's when we lighten it, when we blend it in, it's gonna really like inform that cheekbone. So, and maybe it'll beef up my beard a little bit. Shoot, I get patchiness right here, right in that area, so we can only do a little bit. I was going to show you before and after, like a left, the A and B between the two, but I don't think we're going to get it. What is a theater kiss, John? Is that just like a... So this I'm going to have to smudge with my thumb. I went a little too hard on it. I failed you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna smudge it with my thumb. Basically, this just sort of gets a lot of it off, but keeps that darkness there. So now when we go back in, like already it's making me look a little dirty too, which is fine. But we're gonna, woo, just pulling inwards. Ooh, I'm not even like wincing, but it looks like I'm wincing. It looks like my whole face is like, look at my hand. Ugh, grimy, whatever. If I really wanted, I could get under my fingernails. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, this is like the majority of the look. I think what I did was I took like the black shade and I went like right on the back end over here, the edge, to sort of like imply wrinkles. Yeah, the goal is to look as sickly as possible. Miserable, unhappy, things I am not. So this is a little obnoxious, but you know, I'll blend that in. This one I did a better job on. Anyways, we're live, laugh, loving over here. We're live, laugh, learning, party rocking. I'm gonna take all this off here soon. I can't wait. But sort of looking where my wrinkles are. Let's see, I pretty much got that one spot on for the eye bags. But yeah, this makes me look really sick. I'm gonna take the light shade. Oops, I did that in the wrong place. The light shade. I'm gonna go and really bring out that cheekbone because it looks like a hard line right now. So I'm gonna blend that sort of by like having this light piece. The dark is like, it really gets in the brush, so I have to do a lot of work to get it out. But this will make it really like in the same way that our collarbone clavicle pops. Those will make that pop in an alarming way. So I'd say this is pretty dope. You know, fades a lot on camera, doesn't look as obnoxious on a film like video camera, but it gets that sickly look. I think how many times did I have to recreate this look? I only had to recreate it like 4 times, but I had to do it like 20 in order to learn how to do it. So my face was like burning that week because I would like do it and then I'd wash my face, like cleanse my face, and then I'd have to do it again. And yeah, just like keep trying to get it till I can nail it. So I think we did a pretty darn tootin' job here. Little blush right here. Bring that. We can, as you work the face, it starts to like blend in other pieces that you meant to stay like pretty strong. So you have to like go back in and add more. I don't know if there's like, I need to like spray something like a fixative on my face to like keep it in place. I don't know how that works. But I'm one man. I can't learn everything. I can't do it all. Just most of it. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this question up. Hey Boo, what's your social security number? Maybe you'll get to know. Maybe I'll tell you at the end. Stick around. Anyways, while I've got you here, most of you already know. I mean, I'm sure everybody who's here knows. New music video out. Album's getting released with bonus track and instrumental versions of everything. Please go stream it on Spotify. Please go stream it on Apple Music. Please go stream the video over and over again on YouTube. We need to get it popping so that it like recommends to other people. And yeah, there were like 4 hours yesterday where it just like disappeared off YouTube. Like you couldn't find it in the search. That was really weird. So we need to make up for lost time. What are we at right now on the YouTube video? We are at 2854. So that's pretty good. 2,800 people, pretty dope. Thank you all for watching it. Please go watch it more. Let's get it popping. Any suggestions where I should take this? Any funky stuff I should do? This is pretty much where I left it last time. I would when I did it on the video, I would just go around and like whiten a lot of places, so, like my nose, just to make it less like flush, because like red implies like life and like color. So I try to make it as like pale as possible. And it's just like, yeah. Any place that I have like ultra red features, which is like a lot of my face gets really red. I just go in and try to clean that up. So we're getting it pretty spooky. Look, like the cheeks are starting to sort of like blend in. This side mostly is starting to like blend in, where it's like it feels pretty much like my cheekbones are pretty raised. So yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I need a little bit of that right there. Feel like I'm pretty messed up. I'm pretty gross looking. Let's look at those clavicles again. Oh, look at that pop. That's crazy. Look at this knuckle. Oh, like what's wrong with him? I accidentally used my hand to palette a little bit, so let's clean that off. Look at that. Look at that. Ah, gross. Gross. I don't know. Any questions? Any question we can do? Anything I can do to get you guys on your way to getting that cult leader look all the time? If not, probably gonna hop off. I keep forgetting I have a Coke here I can drink. Raze, thank you for sharing it with a bunch of people. I just keep doing it. I appreciate that. I've been trying to share it on Reddit on different like pages to try to get it to pop off. I don't really know how Reddit works though, so I don't know if that's the right move. Anyways, yeah, thanks for being here, you guys. This has been fun. I never thought I would do a makeup tutorial, but I just thought it'd be funny. So here we are, showing off the cult leader look, the image. I'm sorry that the Instagram one's so weird, but yeah, that's it. That's the look. Thank you for posting it on Reddit, man. I appreciate that. Oh, and question in the question thing, is it? When is your beauty makeup channel going to pop off? Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I should actually make one. That'd be kind of funny. Anyways, will you make a viral TikTok dance for this song? I don't know how to work TikTok right. I don't know how to make TikTok things actually. I don't know. I've tried to like post stuff on TikTok before, and I get like 30 likes, and that's it. And then it's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to like push it more. Maybe it's just like a numbers thing. I just have to do it a lot so that it really pops off. But that's all I've got. That's all I've been able to figure out so far. Somebody said, any specific brands you recommend for makeup on guys? I don't know if there's like a hard and fast rule for guys or anything, but I definitely want to like start wearing not like this, but like more makeup just to like play with it and have fun. And I think it's cool. And I really like Wet n Wild. It's at Walmart. It's super cheap. And it's vegan. So you're not having animals being tested on to make sure this stuff's safe. Like it's just, you know, good. But yeah, that's what I liked. So yeah, give it a shot. I think that more guys should try wearing makeup because it's like cool, it's fun, and it's just like it's another way to express yourself. Like, why would you not want to have the opportunity to be different than other people? If it looks like this, cool. I probably personally don't want to like walk out like this to go to the store or something, but like it's fun to do around the house for me. And like if I'm going to a party, like I would dress up like this, or like something more subtle if I just wanted to go out and about and live my life and do my day. But definitely recommend that guys do more makeup. I think it's cool. Some things on here. Let's see. Devin asks, "Can I rent your dad's body for an art project? He doesn't have to be present mentally." Yes. I don't know how to answer that question, but that's all I'll get. I'll give you a yes. Anyways, thank you, John. Thanks. I'm glad that co-leader makes you cry, I guess. I don't know. That's a good thing in my eyes. I think that's successful. So yeah, dude, I don't know if I could pull off lipstick personally, but like if a dude can pull off lipstick, props to them. I wish that I could pull off dresses, but I just have not ever seen it work, and I'm not confident enough. So yeah, not something that I've ever explored. But yeah, Raise, thank you for the info and thanks for the stream. Gotta get back to work. Yeah, go live life, everybody. I'm gonna go drink the rest of my Coca-Cola and enjoy my evening. I hope you guys do as well. Thanks for being here. This has been fun. One last look for everybody. This is what we got from today's stream. So, all right. Peace and love, everybody. Bye. All right, I gotta leave you guys, but one love. All right, see ya. How do I do it? All right, see ya. For real.